stuff. Like you're a higher vibrational being than just that. I personally believe that. I don't. You can take it or leave it, whatever you want. Like I said, I study a lot of guys, Eckhart Tolle, Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer, Jim Rohn, people like that. That I'm trying to learn from, like the best that I believe will help me, heal and become the best version of myself and kind of get aligned with my divine purpose and my plan and my mission on this planet. Like I think everybody's got a divine purpose and a mission, and that's why bad things happen to us. I think adversity is here for us. Like obviously things don't always go as planned. Sometimes you get late in traffic. Sometimes bad things happen. Sometimes people die and you don't always know why. At young ages, or the people closest to you, they might pass away, or really bad things might happen. People get cancer, like all kinds of bad things happen. But it's not about being stuck and identified again in those bad things. It's not about being identified with, I am the problem. Like, I am these negative thoughts. You're not. Like, come from a place of resourcefulness. Come from your higher self. Try to come from that place, and you'll be able to deal with whatever life throws at you so much easier. You'll be able to just get rid of so much pain and suffering that you might, be going through or experiencing. No matter what it is, no matter whatever you're going through, or if you're trying to get better results, like, try not to identify with temporary negative things. Like, conditions, life is happening to us, and it's happening for us, and you have to come from a positive place, like, at all times. Like, that's what I personally believe. And I think sometimes you have to let go. Sometimes, dealing with something that's out of your control that might be difficult, is the best way to deal with it is you got to let go and let God. Let go and hand it over to God. Hand over your problems, whatever you might be going through, hand it over to God, and just say, today, God, I give you my problems. Today, I allow you to, divinely guide me to live my mission, to fulfill my purpose. And I think everybody's got their own unique purpose. I don't think ever any human being, we've never been alive, we've never been created to just live randomly by happenstance. I don't believe that. I think we all have a specific, unique, divine purpose, a plan. And it's all about to do with helping and making this world a better place and helping other people, one day at a time. So whatever you're going through, it's there to make you better. It's there to wisen you up. It's there to teach you valuable lessons that only you can learn by going through whatever you're currently experiencing. Whatever adversity or struggle like you might go through, or something bad might happen, or something, not everything's in our control. We want to think like we're in control, and you want to have some control over your life, but ultimately not everything's in your control. And it's actually in letting go of the things that are out of your control is so liberating. It's so freeing to let go of things that aren't in your control. And if things don't always go the way you want them to be, think about the universe, the way things are. It's just the way things are. It's just the universe just is. Like, things are just happening. If you let go of the idea that things need to be a certain way, you relinquish yourself. You let go of so much suffering, of so much pain. It's when that suffering takes place and it gets rooted in us, and you can't get rid of it when you're caught up in the idea that this has to be this way. This event has to be this way. My life has to be this. Like, really? Does it? Like, why does it have to be this way? Like, try to let go and let God. Hand over your worries, your problems to God, and say, like, I'm open to live life and to allow life to unfold to me however it's supposed to be happening right now. And I believe that coming from that place, and whatever is happening to me is always happening for my greater good. Like, whatever you're going through, whatever life is happening to you right now, it's always happening for your greater good. that's how you want to think that way. I think it can help you get through tough times, going through anything, is becoming detached from the addictive thought forms of things have to work out this way, things have to be this way in order for me to be happy, or I need to understand this, or I have to have this result. If you let go of those things and say, I'm going to just choose to be fully present and live for my higher self, you actually you get on the path towards creating the things you truly desire, and to the things that are meant to come into your life, whatever that is. So it's not about not wanting things to be better, not wanting things to work out a certain way. Of course you do, but like I said, things aren't always in your control, and sometimes letting go and letting God is the best thing that you can do. It's the best thing you can do for yourself, and then down the road, because you never know. Life unfolds in miraculous ways with coincidences, if you call it that, or synchronicity. And the thing you might be wanting to happen or whatever, it might just unfold later on or at a different point, but it'll only happen, I think, if you first let go and allow life to kind of take its course as it's supposed to divinely unfold. And then I think from that place of just that inner calm and inner peacefulness, and that inner joy of just being fully present, being grateful here in the now, that's the place where you begin actually making your life way better. You create way better conditions in your life from this place, coming from this place, even though it might be really hard and difficult to do that, to let go. But when you let go of negative thoughts and emotions, you allow space for positive thoughts and good emotions to come into your life that will direct you and get you on course towards wherever you're supposed to be going, whatever your intention is, whatever you're aiming at, whatever your focus is, that's what you're going to be creating. That's what you're going to be bringing more into your life. So absolutely, yeah, positivity is so important. Like, positive thinking is so important. So is forgiveness. Forgiveness is huge. I was just listening to some Brian Tracy, and he talked about forgiveness is one of the most important things you can ever do that will release stuck energy that's in you in the present moment to open up space for great and better things to come into your life in the now. So forgiveness, and it's a never-ending process. Always continuously be working on forgiving yourself, forgiving your partners, forgiving your parents, forgiving your family, forgiving those that have hurt you the most. Always be working on forgiveness. It's like I said, it's part of the inner. When you change the inner world, your outer conditions will change. Because when you're not forgiving, what are you doing? You're holding on to things. Like, you're a human being. Like, you have actual limits in the physical world. Like, you only have so much energy that you can release and expend any given moment on any day. And whatever you're choosing to think, that is determining where your energy is going, right? That's why talking about controlling your thoughts is so important. So if you choose not to forgive, you're basically choosing to hold on to things like resentment and grudges. You're choosing to be okay and justify being angry, or justify negative emotions because this happened, or this person did this to you, or this negative event occurred. So you're not opening up space in order for the good things to flow into your life, because you're holding on to the negative things. You're holding on to that stuck energy. But when you forgive, you're able to release that stuck energy and be okay with it. I learned from Esther and Jerry Hicks from this book called The Vortex. Abraham Hicks. I learned that in order for you to get to a better place the quickest amount of time in your life, in order for you to get to where you want to go the fastest way possible, you have to make peace with your present. You have to make peace with your past and your current situation in life, whatever you might be going through. Like, you have to make peace with it to move to the next right place in your life. And the reason that happens is, like, you're always attracting into your life what you're in harmony with. So if you're holding on to grudges and resentment and anger and these negative emotions, and then you try to move forward and create a change, you're just gonna have different conditions, but you're still gonna have negative, circumstances. It just might be with different people, it might be different situations, but ultimately you want to get rid of the negativity. You want to be as aligned as often as possible with your higher self, and with being fully present and be a clear channel to allow good things to come into your life. So if that kind of makes sense, I know I'm just kind of speaking off the top of my head. I'm learning all this stuff too every day. Learning more about spirituality, learning more about mindset, why things happen the way they do, and how we can kind of, deal with them, how we can, better live our lives and, get through tough times and kind of inspire other people along the way. But that's what I wanted to share. So, some tips, I think the fastest way, if you make peace, you gotta forgive. You gotta let go and let God. Let God take your problems, handle your problems, and you gotta forgive everybody and anybody that's ever hurt you, including yourself. That way you make peace with your life, and you can move forward in the right vibration from your higher self, and then you can start attracting whatever it is your higher self truly wants in your life. Because sometimes it gets confusing. You think you want things, but that might be a lot to do with ego, or how other people think about you, or how you think you should be from how other people see you. But that's not really what it's about. You got to be content and happy and peaceful with who you are today as a person. Accept yourself completely today. Love yourself unconditionally today, and try to maintain that, and then you'll move to better places in your life. By focusing on these kind of things, like focusing on forgiveness, focusing on positive perspective, letting go. Those kind of things will really, really, really help you out. I was just going to talk about something else. I lost my train of thought. Let me know, in the comments on Periscope. We got some people on here, Facebook. What do you guys think about this kind of stuff? What are your thoughts about getting through tough times? What are your thoughts on mindset? How we can live from our true purpose? Do you believe that everybody has a divine purpose? What do you believe? I'd like to know. You guys can drop a comment. We can kind of start a conversation. I'm always open and ready to learn and see other people's perspectives and different viewpoints. That's how we learn is differences in life, and and going through stuff. That's how we learn. So, try not to get stuck in whatever you might be going through. Try to see it as a learning experience. And like I was saying, try to get rid of any negative energy inside you, in your body, and your consciousness, so you can attract, the circumstances that you want in your life, the results you want. Your true higher self actually wants those circumstances. It's normal to come from a place of love and peace and joy and happiness and abundance. It's normal. It's life conditions and how we react negatively that creates conditions we don't want. But through those conditions, we open up and we awaken and we learn there's a lot more to life. We don't always know the bigger picture, but God always knows the bigger picture. God always knows the bigger picture. So those are some tips that can probably help you guys out. Some tips on raising your vibration, getting on a higher frequency, getting on the frequency of the things you want, the results in your life that you want. So you have to hydrate. So your body is made mostly of water. So you have to hydrate and drink lots of water to be in a state of high vibration. And the single best thing you can ever do to increase your vibration is to be grateful, gratitude. So I got water here. I'm always drinking water, just temperature room water. Your body, I think it digests it better actually instead of cold water. You might think that, but water, eating healthy, doing personal development, praying, mindfulness, meditation, those things will help you release a lot of the negative energy, a lot of the stuff that's not who you really are, And by that,